Hiya, Angelina. Hiya there, Lifelong. Good evening, everybody on Twitch, YouTube. Hiya, Laurie on Facebook. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you all are. Hiya, Sandra. How's everybody doing? Aye, knock, knock. And happy Easter. Oh, thank you, Moon Fairy, got a new subscriber. Good evening, Bjorn. So this is live Twitch and also live Facebook and live YouTube. I think, anyway. Has it gone live on YouTube? I'm not sure. Can anybody tell us? How's everybody doing? Let's see if it's gone live on YouTube. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to everybody. Let me see. Yes, we're live on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Best part of the day? Oh, that's good. Thank you, Mystery. Happy Easter to everybody. And if anybody doesn't celebrate Easter, happy holiday weekend, whatever. Hope you're all chilling and having a good time. Hiya, Jordan. So, we're going to delve deep tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do, because it's so heavy and I don't want to keep going over and over it again. I'm just going to recap and see what's going on globally, and then we might do something else. I thought of doing the astrologies, but I think I'm just going to put them out as a normal video for you all. Unless I do the astrology on Tuesday. I'll tell you what, I'll do the astrology on Tuesday. Things are very weird here and everywhere, not just in the USA, everywhere. Oh, I bet it's a beautiful day for a bike ride. Everyone's really feeling it at the minute, aren't they? Oh, bless you, Zoe. I do believe he is. I do believe he is, Zoe. And I do believe he will. I'll have to look into that deeper for you at some point. Hiya, David. It's a global energy, isn't it? Oh, would you like me top? It's like a long, floaty top. I might look into the strange noises, because everyone's been emailing us and that. There's a very strange energy at the moment. It's very, very weird. And yeah, I just there's no word, is there? There's literally no word. It's coming. There's a lot going on, but I think we're all picking it up as a collective. We're picking it up as well. Good morning in Melbourne. What time's it over there? Hiya, James. Oh, thank you. Well, it's like an orangey red, but I suppose it is red. So yeah, we're gonna I've got my ball, I've got my crystal ball. She's been in the garden all day. It's been rather delightful over here in the UK. I've spent the time with family. And I think it's just nice just to be with your close loved ones, isn't it? And just chill. Eat good food, chill, that type of thing. Wokohoti's been spending days cleaning and packing up to move. I've barely watched the news. I couldn't even tell you what's going on. It's like I said, this scenario, what's going on in the USA, is going to be going on for a long, long time. And I've said this for a long, long time. I've said this back to the 2020. I said this and people wouldn't have it. And I said, oh no, it's going to go on a long, long time. And I've been right. And I believe it will go on for a long, long time. So it's a situation what's very, very toxic. But there's strange stuff going on all around the world at the moment. Everything is very, very strange. When does the Discord channel start, Franco? It will start on Thursday. I was supposed to do it last Thursday, but I was unwell with hay fever, which I thought I had the flu, but I had hay fever. But the previous Thursday I had done it. You'll be able to check it back. But I will be doing it this Thursday. So Discord, I will put it in the links of all the... on YouTube and that. I'll put the links in the community page. And it just means that you can phone in when you're in Discord. But you've got to be a subscriber to Twitch to do that, mind. Because obviously I've got to support the channel on Twitch as well, and then you'll be able to get perks of speaking to us and other perks as well. So I've heard, David said these strange noises, I've heard what it sounds like, a loud plane. I had it early hours of the morning actually. Yeah, it's like a weird drone, isn't it? And it's all over the world, isn't it? I might have to get the cards out for that one. I'll put it in the link later. I keep forgetting it, Miss Scrappity. I keep forgetting it, but I'll put it in the link later for yous. There's been a lot of military craft zooming around, yes. And it's just weird, isn't it? It's really, really weird. It's very, very creepy and weird, all the strange noises. And I've heard there's been a lot all over the world, even in Hawaii, isn't there? Yeah, and the full moon as well. It's just all combination of everything. So, without further ado, let's get ready to rumble. Hope you're all keeping well. I know we're under a lot of pressure at the moment, be it either personal or whatever, financial. Everyone's going through it at the minute. And that's why it's so important that you try to keep centered and not get caught up on the outside. Remember, it's about digging deep. It's about concentrating on you. That's what it's about. I had something weird to tell you before I started and I can't remember what it was. I got weird stuff happening all the time. Weird stuff happening. But the veil is so thin at the moment, guys. Has anybody watched any Easter movies or anything? Yeah? I know I haven't today. I've just been out and about, but sometimes it's nice just to lose yourself in a movie. I watched a good one last night. It was, was it Jumanji or something like that? Where they go into the video game. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. Is it something like that? Jumanji or... Very good it was. Oh, it's been your grandson's 10th birthday. Jumanji, yes. With the flying horse at the end. It was really good, wasn't it? First time I watched it. That sounds absolutely amazing. Lifelong, no movies, watching waves on a beach right now. That sounds beautiful. Nothing better than Mother Nature. But sometimes it is nice if you're in the mood to lose yourself into a fun movie, isn't it? It just, you sort of forget all the troubles of the day and stuff like that. And it's quite healing. I mean, I'm not a one for watching television much, but if I do, I'll sit and watch a movie. I enjoy it. I love Avatar. I love watching the Avatar movies. Okay. So we've got 337 in. That's a nice number. And we're going to scan into this bowl. Remember, I can't. Oh, yes, I must do my angel blessing before I start. But remember, I can't ask the crystal ball questions. It's because I'm a scryer. I just give you my visions. That's what I do. It's visions that I give you for future events. Bearing in mind different timelines. All right. So for people coming in for the first time, I call upon all my angels. I call upon, should I say, the archangels, not my angels, but I like them. I find them very safe. They help with our close circle tonight. It's a circle of light and it's for healing. So I'm going to ask that if anybody needs healing, they will receive it tonight. Or if they're worried about anything, you can write your name for yourself or any other person or animal or anything. Write it in the comment section and they will receive healing. And I'm going to call upon my guides. Okay, it's just a little safety thing we do, and it just keeps us all safe. And also for our true answers. Because remember, everything's being infiltrated at the moment, and we have to keep our feet firmly on the ground, and that goes for psychics too. We have to be careful because there's a lot of infiltration coming in left, right, and centre from AI and witchcraft and all sorts of strange things. So we have to really keep centred as well. So I like to do this little ritual, and it just keeps us safe. So let's begin. Okay. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Star, Ra, E2I, and Lady Direwolf. Anybody from the any animals from the animal kingdom? Any deities? Fairy realm, to come forth tonight, star races, who can give us true answers for humanity and to give us all healing angels. Our circle is cast with love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. So if you need any healing or you're worried about anybody, just write the names in the comments and they will receive healing. I just think the veil is very thin at the moment, isn't it, guys? Very, very thin. Oh, your dog trigger. Okie cookie. Right, this is going to be a strange one tonight. Sometimes when I'm scrying, it doesn't make sense. And then you've got to just try and piece it together like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay. Right, you all. What are we getting? I'm getting like little islands in the Pacific. And I'm getting something about weather warning. As you know, Gaia's... she's ascending as well. There's a lot of strange energy happening. But I get lots of water. So I don't know if this is to do with a hurricane. Problems with water. And problems with fish in fishermen. Don't know what that is. I'm seeing poisoned fish. Could be something to do with an oil spillage or something. There's going to be a problem. It's going to be on news. That could happen by the summer, so possibly watch for that. Okay. All right, there's been a lot more riots going on in France, and I expect it's going to get far worse. Just strange energy at the moment, guys, isn't it? I don't know why I'm getting Holland tonight. Amsterdam, Holland, Has anybody ever been there? And I'm seeing the banking system. Because as you know, it's all changing with the banking system. And there's been a lot of scandals with different banks going down and stuff like that. I've always maintained that not all banks will go down. And we are going, hiya, Lance. Happy Easter and Passover. Or whatever you celebrate. This is for everybody, not just for Christians. It's for everybody in this audience tonight. Okay. So yeah, I've always maintained that the banking system, not all banks will go down. But I'm very drawn to like Amsterdam, Holland area. Switzerland is coming up as well. Something about an announcement with a big bank where there could be problems of it going down. Don't want you to worry about this. I believe that, I know we had the hoo-ha a few years back to do with Greece. And a lot of people, well, everyone in Greece lost their money, didn't they? I've got clients over here which had to flee Greece and start again in the UK. But I believe in certain places that you're going to get warnings. I'm sort of seeing a dark blue logo with a bank. And something about a red sign where there could be, that could hit the UK actually, a red sign with the bank as well. And I'm getting Santander. So there's going to be a few problems, but all banking systems will not all go down. But we are digital. There's a lot of digital that they're doing now anyway. So when people are saying, oh, we're not going to go digital, we are all digital. We are that. I just think we're manoeuvring into this new technology. And it's inevitable, it's going to happen. There is going to be problems with another virus, and I don't want you to worry about this, but there's problems with this. Now, I don't know if I'm looking into the back end of the year or I'm looking on into next, but we're not out the woods there to do with another virus. And I get the letter M. Okay, so let's hope that diffuses, because I'm seeing different timelines here. And sometimes I feel this can be diffused. But it's sort of a situation what's coming in from Africa. So there could be a problem there. I'm still seeing migrants, lots of migrants coming in. And I feel like I need to send healing and blessings out to, what was I going to say? To like the Middle East, like Iran, Israel. I know there's always been problems there. It's been there for, I hope it's not that Marburg. Well, maybe we need to do a prayer tonight or something, or raise the vibrations in the room. But I haven't got time to go on Rumble, Little Flower. I'm on that many other different platforms. I think sometimes people post stuff of me. I do have an account, but it's really hard to post on there. Sorry if I can't read your comments because I'm doing this. Okay, what was I going to say there? Have you heard my tummy? I've eaten loads today as well, guys. But I've had no chocolate. And it's Easter. I've had literally no chocolate. I bought everybody chocolate. Nobody got me any dark. I like dark chocolate. Like the Swiss chocolate. Should have bought myself some. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's going to be problems with another virus there. So let's hope that doesn't come off. You know what I'm seeing in this crystal ball? The red London buses. There's going to be something on news about the red London buses. And I know we've got the coronation coming up. And I don't know, just get like a weird energy with it. A really weird energy. And don't quote us, but I believe that I don't think Harry and Meghan can be on the, what is it, the balcony thing after the coronation. I believe they've been banned, but I'm not, don't quote us. But there's going to be a lot of controversy. And I still keep getting William here. I'm seeing William being on the throne. So it's weird that, you know. One of my lovely followers and clients emailed us that he had a strange dream about it, that it was going to be stalled. I might have to pull some cards out on that. And that something about William was going to step in. But I believe he will go and get crowned. I do believe Charlie will get crowned. That's what I'm feeling tonight. But I don't think obviously he's going to be on there long because he's getting on. Do you know what I mean? I'm also seeing the letter P with a virus as well. So everything I'm telling you will fall into place there. But I don't know if it's to do with the virus or to do with the place. There's something definitely strange going on this planet at the moment. And I am getting a very extraterrestrial energy here. But not extraterrestrial is... I believe they're walking a monster. Okay? I believe that definitely they're walking a monster. But I'm getting it's more like a space virus. I know that sounds really weird. Some sort of... I'm seeing wriggly sort of creature bug virus thing. It's a weird situation, and it could have a fungi connection, this coming in affecting plants and stuff like that. Now, bear in mind, sometimes I can read a few years out, so I could be looking 10 years down the line here. Do you know what I mean? But I am seeing it really, really clear. Remember, humanity's changing, the world's changing. And I do believe that space travel is going to be up and running for the public, definitely within the 10 years. So 10 years from now, a lot's going to happen. So you just don't know, do you? You really, really don't know. But there's going to be viruses morphing and changing. And a new way of looking at things. And I said this last year, I believe I did. I might have said it on Twitch. That it's all going to be about antibodies and us building our immune system. It's going to be about us building our immune system. That's going to be the new way of thinking. And it might be what the docs start going down, the doctors and the scientists. A lot of people email us from different people. You know what I mean? And I said this a few years ago, it was the war of the docs and that. But there will be a lot of big news, and I see Fauci, and I see trouble around him. I do feel that there's going to be something. I mean, I'm aware there's something going on at the minute in the news about him, but there's going to something about Fauci, and he's going to be in the news, so watch for that. But you've got to understand, you know, there's a lot of good docs out there. There's a lot of good docs out there. Okay. I'm getting the saying roses are red, violets are blue. Interesting. There's going to be something about a celebrity couple splitting, or there's going to be some... I mean, I know it's not important, but it's coming out on... They're going to be pushing it, and it's going to be talked about on social media and stuff like that. And it's around about that time there's going to be a lot of big changes coming in around the USA. Okay. There's going to be some huge changes coming out around Australia. And it's to do with the Australian government. I'm going to give you some dates here. This is heavy. 20, 21, 22, 24. 20 and number 9. All right. And something about huge news coming out with the 13th, the 14th, but that could be USA. That could be the USA as well. I don't know if I have any moderators on Facebook. Let me just check, because I've been having problems for Facebook, guys. I've been having problems with scammers coming in on my live calls, and I just want to check to see that everything's running smoothly. If anyone's in Facebook, can they let us know? Is it okay? I believe so at the moment. I'm going to carry on. I've had to twiddle around and change stuff on everything. It looks okay. Some people have also said that they've had problems getting my dad's book on Amazon, so I will put the link after this feed. Is it okay, Hamish? I will put the link to this feed afterwards for my dad's book again. You can get it on Pegasus Publishers, but apparently it's cheaper on Amazon. Yeah, I changed it to, had to do some changes in the sentence there. I feel like I want to send... I'm very drawn to New Zealand as well, and something to do with, oh my God, I don't know if it's... I feel like, I'm not sure if it's a disaster or something, or a mudslide, or lots of rain, but I see people with problems. Again, I could be looking in later on in the year. It could be around their winter time. But I get the letters S and C, S and C. So what is going on with Australia? I've always believed that Australia is going to be the place to be into the future, you know. In Australia, Saudi Arabia and the UK and Japan will lead the way for technology. I've said this all the way along. Why the world's changing and they're building a new system. They're building a new system economy. That's what's happening. But at the same time, everything's kicking off in the USA. Everything is kicking off in the USA. My God. It's going to take ages for that to sort out. Healing the bird. Healing the eagle. She's healing a lot of old wounds. Yeah. A new heating system or a new way of cooling houses as well is coming in. In Australia, we'll promote this, and so will other places where you'll need like your aircon, you know. So it could be Saudi Arabia because you need it over there as well. It's a must, you know. Places like Dubai, you just literally, in that peak of the summer, you just literally can't even take your dog for a walk. It's too burning hot. So there's going to be new material coming in for that type of thing. For keeping houses cool or heating them up. I see problems, lots of problems with the economy with the UK. And I do fear that we could be in for a rough ride this end of this year, the winter months. Crazy weather, guys. Lots of floods, lots of storms to come. And a big storm coming in, I'm not sure if it's in the summer or just before the summer in the UK. Can you remember, was it 2012? There was a huge storm in the UK and somebody over our area in Newcastle upon Tyne had took a picture of the Tyne Bridge. And it was it looked like aliens were striking, like something from War of the Worlds was just coming in and striking the bridge. There was loads of people trapped in that. There was lots of floods. We had to get the fire brigade out in my street. And my electric got knocked off the next day. So I had to get storm drains built in around the house. There's something like that coming again. Let me have a look. I'm seeing Elon Musk in a minute. He's up to something, him, like. He's definitely up to something. And I see him building a platform. I don't know what he's up to with Twitter, Is he trying to make Twitter into something like YouTube as well as Facebook or something? But there's something else that he's up to with another platform and another... He's going to be on the news a lot. I see him on the news a lot. And possibly scandals, or he's going to reveal scandals. There's an egg shortage in New Zealand, is there? I've heard that eggs have gone very pricey in the US as well. Okay. I wasn't going to do this tonight, guys. I was going to do your astrology because I'm so sickened of talking about Trump. Excuse me. It's like he's... What's the word? It's like it's dominating the news and it's sickening. And I literally didn't want to do it. And I thought, no, I've got to do this. I've got to do it. But I want to say it's not going to play out the way either side think it's going to. Are you sick of it as well, Joyce? I'm sick of it. It's like it's so dominating the news, isn't it? And it's feeding that loosh on both sides. It's like it because it wants that divide. It just wants that divide. But this is a message for all the USA tonight. And I'm getting this direct from my spirit guides, from source. It's not going to go $5. Wow. You're sick. Everyone's sick of it, aren't they? I believe that it's not going to go what either way side, the Democrats or the Republicans, think. There's a strange twist of fate with this. It is bizarre. And it's going to leave people on both sides all in a hype. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about it because something else is going to change this. Listen carefully to what I'm saying. Something else is going to stop this in its tracks. And it's as simple as that. But how it's dominating the news so much, it's going to go on for months, guys. It's going to go on until the fall. I believe they're going to get him on so much. I do believe some of it's going to backfire on them. But I do believe it's going to get so toxic and it's going to build up into such a crescendo. And then all of a sudden, it's just going to stop. All of a sudden. Like that. It's just going to stop. Trump's case goes to court December the 4th. Oh, you're joking me. This is what I'm saying, guys. You've got to look within. We have to look within. I need to do loads of healing videos for you. I believe I'm going to be busy this year. I'm seeing a beautiful butterfly. So, technology, I've always believed, isn't the problem. It's who's been behind the technology. And it's going to... You've got this sort of fight going on. You know what I mean? What's happening at the moment. Between the good guys and the bad guys. And you can't get rid of the evil off the planet. I've never been a one who's promoted Nazara Jazara. I believe that we are creating our own Nazara Jazara, whatever it is. We're creating our own new earth, should I say. I've never been anybody who said we'll never pay taxes or anything like that. I don't believe that's going to happen. But what I do believe is that there's going to be more fairness for the people into the future, but it's going to take a while to sort out, guys. It's going to take a while. I see this plane, and it's sort of stuck on the in the airport, and it's about to take off, but there's problems with it, and it's going to be on news. And around about that time, there's going to be the news just beforehand is going to be dominating something big to do with Europe, and it's all to do with currency and or that everyone's talking about a situation, and I'm seeing figures on paper or codes. God knows what that is, but it's like figures on paper or codes, so remember that. So that's interesting. Okay. People are all being played by puppets in politics in the US. I mean, I'm not saying now because obviously something else has taken over the situation. But if Trump was so thinking about beating Biden, why is he attacking DeSantis? Do you know what I mean? Attacking his own. It needs to change. Everything needs to change. And there's still going to be a divide in the Republican Party. I'm still seeing it. I'm still seeing it. Big news coming in with a pop band, a boy band. Music's going to change massively. I'm going back to Iran. There's something worrying going on there. I'm going to get the cards out. I have to keep putting it down because it's really, really heavy. Let me have a look. I've got the lights dim tonight only because if I put the lights on, you'll be like, whoa, because of these things on my top. The sequins, it's blinding. The rot is coming to the surface, guys. Okay. I just feel like I see dust and rubble in Iran, and I see problems in Israel. And it's not the China. We're all looking at China and Russia at the minute, but it's a Europe man what's going to kick something off. And he's slimish with quite a palish face. And I'm getting a horrible feeling about the Prime Minister of Belarus. I don't get a good vibe there either. I mean, it's all been kicking off in Belarus, hasn't it? So, a little while ago, was it a few years back, there was bombing going on with Israel and Iran. I'm seeing another situation like that. But there's a third country involved here. Remember, everything's like an illusion. We only get half the tale. What does louche mean? It's when you get into that frenzy, or you get angry, or you get frightened, it creates this louche sort of energy, what the reptilian energy feeds off, the fear. They feed off it, so a bit like what a narcissist would be like. So they feed off that energy, and so it lowers your vibration. Negative energy, yes. So the more we work at us, and the more we raise our vibrations, we're not getting triggered by it all. It's uplifting the planet better. So I'm worried, I'm concerned. There's a European guy, I don't know who he is, palish to the face, but there's a situation, and it could be connected with France, it could be, but I'm not so sure. Don't quote me, because I feel it could be another country as well. But it's something what happens in Europe what could kick things off elsewhere. But that's the illusion card. I keep getting that card coming up. And I want to give you the 16th. The 16th is coming up very, very strong. So I'm concerned there could be problems there over that area. I mean, Iran's took a hell of a battering anyway. And there's all sorts of horrible things going on with the banking system over there with the people and that. Do you know what I mean? So imagine this grid of this system and it's been that corrupt. So it's breaking away and it's causing like the puppet masters to kick off. You know, there's a lot of cockroaches to come to the system. Assad is very tall and thin and pale. Oh, possibly could be. It's just the vision I've seen. Let me pull some more cards out. June's interesting. June is very, very interesting. And in my last world predictions, I believe I said that it's not the first meeting with Trump around courts, it's the second meeting around Trump there's going to be problems. So remember that. Whatever takes place to kick something off is gonna start in Europe. That's what I'm getting very, very strong. But even though I'm saying that, it can be diffused. But it's going to be the Middle East. There is still problems going on with Russia. But they're all fighting against each other. I'm getting the letter J. I want you to remember that. Louise, in the UK, we are getting an alert thing on the phones. What's going on? I did look into that last week. I'm going to look into it again. It's supposed to be St. George's Day. All right, which I will look into it. So the Justice card's coming out there. So, yeah, it's all the cockroaches coming to the surface, and it's where there's been a lot of corruption and a lot of greed, and it hasn't gone into these countries for these poor people, like in Iran and places like that. It's gone into the richest hands, into the elite's hands. If the whole system's changing, this is why there's going to be warlike situations, and this is why Putin's kicking off as well. It's all about the gold, guys, and it's all about the money. I've said this all the way along. It's all about the gold and it's all about the money. I'm actually going to look up the reason what St. George's Day was, because that is very poignant for the UK as well. It's interesting how they've chosen St. George's Day. But there's the Justice card. Is that a peregrine there? I keep getting a peregrine, something about a peregrine. Europe's where you need to keep your eye on. Europe is where you need to keep your eye on. I don't feel so, Carmen. I don't feel he will be arrested. No. Right, let me have a look. Carmen on Facebook's asked, will Biden get arrested? I says, I don't feel so. St. George's Day. Honestly, I need glasses. Let's see the meaning behind it, because you're talking like satanic ritual stuff and stuff like that. And, you know, if you're going into Masonic stuff, they always do things on certain days. This is in the UK. St. George's Day takes place on the 23rd of April. Did I say the 24th? Sorry. The 23rd of April each year to mark the death of the patron saint of England, who is thought to have died in around AD 303 when he was tortured and executed in Palestine, becoming an early Christian martyr. St. George and the dragon. Right, so that's where the dragon comes in for. Is that it? So, St. George's Day is the anniversary of his death. The patron saint of England. this goes back to the Crusades over 100 years. So that is interesting. So you're going into, because my dad was in the Masons, the Masonic Lodge, which his book's all about, like, not that, about the Holy Grail and the hidden stuff. And there is, can you say that? There is what they used, okay? The Knights Templars, that cross. So let me pull something out. Let's see what's going on with that. Does he really, Twiggy? Apparently, Justin Trudeau has his own YouTube channel. So does the Pope. Or should I say the Vatican? I don't think he's happy. I think he wants to come out of what he's coming out of. I get WAF very, very strong with him, and I think he's going to go into other things. I don't think he feels like he's living his true life, and I don't feel he likes his job for one bit. I do feel he's going to come out of it sooner than what you think. Because a lot of them are just going to leave. I don't feel anything's going to happen to them. I just think they're going to leave. Like you had Jacinda just left because she wanted to go and do other things. Where you had people saying, oh, they were getting, taken away to get more and all of that. That was not true. The Knights Templars. I do personal readings. Yeah, you can contact us on Facebook, like privately, or email us. So how Jacinda just went, I just see the same thing happening with him. What was I pulling the cards out for, guys? Can you remind us on, please, what I was pulling the cards out for? What was it? What was I pulling the cards out? No, I've already done emergency alert. It was St. George's Day. Right, I'll go back to it with my crystal ball in a minute. Okay, so it's a ritual thing, and they've planned this for a while, St. George's Day. So they want to see how we react. It's tracking. There's a tracking, I mean, obviously they're tracking because they want to track where, in case there's something what happens globally. Is there a darker side to it? Yeah. I'm not saying that everybody in it is dark, because they're not, but I think that there's an agenda behind it. Yeah. But then again, you could look at it like we're going to all technology, so that's the way we're going to go into the future. Everything's going to be like that. So this is that test for that digital, but I also think that it's about tracking. Yeah? So it's like a test. My guy, Jed, is saying test run. Test run. So it doesn't mean anything's happening. They're just doing a test run. There'll be more to it. You can turn it off if you want to. And like I say, not everyone's going to have these phones. Do you see what I mean? But apparently it's supposed to be like a siren. So could you imagine it like somebody who doesn't know this, and then it just all goes off? People are going to get a shock, like old people and stuff like that. Biden is still alive, Jamie. Jamie's put, last week someone on here had said that Biden is not here. It's not true. He's not in spirit, he's still alive. There's a sickness what's gone within the psyche, and I'm going to say this, right? And it's very hard to stand here and say the truth. It's very, very hard. because we're tested. And some people will not have it. They'll believe what they want to hear. And I've always stood on my own when I've sent me visions, right? But if you say if they say the sky is pink, they'll agree. You can't. It's about, maybe it's their reality, but my understanding is that all of these things, what's been said, will never ever be proven. Apparently it's going to knock you off your seat, yeah. It'll never be proven. I mean, I had an argument, well, not an argument, but it was a heavy discussion on my other channel on Daily Spiritual when I had channel Diana, and she was saying, oh, well, that's not true because she's still alive. And I says, well, come back to me in a couple of years or 10 years or whatever I had said, because she's going to appear in all of this, and she's going to be, apparently she was married to Trump and she was Melania in a mask. I says, well, if that's the case, come back and tell me and I'll prove you wrong. And she wouldn't have it. You see, you can't lead a horse to water. You literally can't. You know what I mean? So I'm just here telling you my visions, but also what I know what is true. Diana is definitely in spirit. So there's also a strange sort of feeling about the Taliban over there, or something to do with ISIS, which is still going on. I mean, I've been watching this marvellous documentary on how they promote their brides, and they do it online, entice these young girls from the States to Canada to the UK. There was 3 left here in the UK, and they're promoting this glamorous life that they're these warriors against the governments, and off the go. Yeah, but they're living this hell of a life over there, and they can't get out of it, and they're stuck with their kids over there. The ISIS brides, marvellous documentary, you can get it on YouTube. So trickery is going on all over. Do you know what I mean? But as you know, the US government is not Snow White either. You know what I mean? And even the UK government, if you want to get really into it, look, what Tony Blair did with all these war crimes and stuff like that. It's and Bush and all of that. Do you know what I mean? So it just goes on and on and on. But at the end of the day, it's bad blood. It's bad blood, but this is something completely different what I'm picking up. And it's something where there's going to be an attack, and it's got something to do either Europe, but I'm also getting Putin's face as well, very, very strong. Putin's face, very, very strong. But there's Arabs, I see Arabs running on horses. And there's a lot of gold and a lot of stuff what's going on. Mining of gold. And I'm getting something about Afghanistan. The things I say, sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't come out. But this is sort of like a hidden world, you know what I mean, what I'm saying? There's a lot going on over that area. But there's the Middle East. And again, you've got going back to everything from Jesus Christ to... It's like Jerusalem and all of that. It's that area. I'm seeing mosques. So you're going into Iran, aren't you? You're going into Iran. You can't wipe all the religion off the planet because we're tribal races. They would like that. The elite would like that, so they can have like robots. But sometimes religion can get a hold of people's minds and make them go extreme, as you know. And it's not just to do with Islam, it's to do with Christianity as well. You know what I mean? All the greed. So through all of this mess and this chaos, greed will always be here, but greed is, there's been elite people moving money about, and it will be stopped. So where you've got this new system coming in, they're not going to be able to get away with a lot, but they have been getting away with a lot. And it stops the criminals, you know what I mean? So we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. This is like the media celebrating, going back to the Trump situation there. There's the Democrats celebrating, and it's going to be all like popcorn time and horrible, horrible. But like I say, it's just, there's a big sever in this. There's a break in the road, and I've never seen this before. It's weird. Let's see where it is. He's enjoying it. It's good to delve, isn't it? The question is, how do we get through it? Upside down Wheel of Fortune. Upside down Hanged Man. There's going to be a lot coming out to do with a woman with him. And it's got not so much to do with Stormy Daniels, it's to do with another woman. Or there's a woman with a breath of fire, flames of voice, who will take him down. Or expose a lot. And it's to do with money stuff. Money stuff. I'm very drawn to a woman. What's that woman called? She's in Georgia. Is it Fanny? I don't know what her surname is. She Judge or something? That's going to be a big one. There's so much against him. But there's also going to be a situation where it's going to backfire, and it's also going to bring out it from the opposite direction. But it's just going to go on and on and on and on. Nothing much is going to come from it. Nothing's going to come from it, Sapphire. I don't see it happening. I'm not seeing it happening. What I'm seeing is something's going to happen. What's going to sever the situation. And it's the Seven of Wands upside down. That's Trump, by the way. I'm saying that as Trump today. And it's not jail, but it's something. It's going to take the wind out of everyone's sails, and it's just going to suddenly stop. Remember, people sign contracts before they come to Earth to do the world or the earthly stuff. And some people are very puppeted on both sides. There's going to be something what's going to happen, and it's like a sever. It's an earthquake in the road, it's a break in the road, it's a stop to everything. And if it doesn't happen before the election, it will happen after the election. It's like the trumpets calling. The Five of Swords. when there's big news around sunflowers in fields. It's big. So what we need to do is we need to dig deep. We need to dig deep. It's going to be all right. Like I say, it may look big to certain Americans what's going on over there with Trump and everything. But there's far bigger things going on. Far bigger things going on. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, so the system has got good and bad people in it. It's a distraction, is what Ken Polar put here. Trump show is a distraction. Definitely. The state of Kansas, the sunflower is the state flower. I didn't know that. Kansas is also known as the breadbasket for its wheaten fields. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Mastery card. I think what's happening currently at the moment, what's it called? It's not the midterms what's coming up. What's it called? What's coming up in the USA? Or is it the midterms? Oh yes, Sapphire. Very boring. Primary. I think that it's going to make Trump very popular for the MAGAs and the Republicans, the primary. But I don't feel it's going to make him popular for the election. It's my take on it. I'll double pull some more cards out. Safe home, family protection, we're going to be okay. We need to prep. We must prep. I'm going to look into the crystal ball again in a minute. We've got the Empress energy coming in to the USA. It's still coming in. You know how I've said this different timelines. Ooh, this is very heavy. So we've got the safe home, family protection. So a lot of we've had to cut our cloths, as my nana used to say, and watch our pennies. Because food's gone up, gas prices have gone up. And I presume it's going to get, there's inflation here and it's going to not get any better for a while. This could go until 2024, 2025. So we've got to, the fight of the fittest, I'd say. I see a lot of people, unemployment problems with the UK and parts of Europe. Look at that. Again, there's going to be lots of distractions this year. Because again, what takes place in Europe is going to kick something off with the Middle East, but it's also going to kick something off with Putin. It's like in a triangle. I want you to remember that. I'm seeing it in a triangle. At the same time, there's going to be, I'm getting Congress and all these big wig people, as I call them, lawyers or whatever, and they're all going to court and it's all drama but there is going to be something televised with Trump. There is going to be something televised with Trump. But when all this is going on, then there's something that's going to go boom and it's over the other end of the world. Okay? I'm getting a weird feeling tonight about France and I can't put my finger on it. There's Macron. Obviously he doesn't have hair like that, but that's Macron. It's a guy normally with brown hair, dark brown hair, I'm also, as I look at that, I'm seeing it like also a double-sided penny. I'm seeing Rishi Sunak, where he's making an announcement as well. There's just drama coming, and there's trickery connected with it, but it is happening. The outcome's going to be fine. That's like, when I say new earth, it's like it'll take time, but there is a feminine energy going around this planet at the minute, trying to put the balance back, trying to get rid of, I'm not saying male energy is aggressive, because it's not, but it's like there's been an unbalancement and it's trying to balance it out again. But I also see a very strong feminine energy to come in around the USA as well. France is a very nice place. You know, when you're going into like the sticks and that, you know, you can pick up some nice little cottages over there in the south of France and that. Quite reasonable as well. Or chateaus and all of this, if you've got the money, do you know what I mean? You can pick them up. Cheaper than what they used to be, you know what I mean? But it's just, it's not going to change until he leaves, really. No. France is a very beautiful place. We've got the Tower card here. So we need to look within, because there's a lot of drama coming. French countryside is beautiful. I read for a lot of people in France. So there's a lot of drama coming. So yeah, you've got two options. You either sit glued to the television and sit and get yourself triggered. I'm not saying where you're sticking your head in the sand and you're not watching it, but you can allow yourself to get triggered by it, or you just step back from it. You still observe it, but don't let it trigger you. So how do you not let it trigger you? It's about doing the self-work on yourself. Does that make sense? Because believe you me, there will be celebrations after all of this sorts out. But there's going to be a problem with economy. There's going to be problems because they're changing it and it's going to wobble it. And they will blame it on Trump. Believe you me, they will blame it on Trump. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to sit and watch it, but don't get triggered. Does that make sense? You've lost your chocolate-covered almonds. Oh, I know a lot of people have asked us. I use different decks, you know, and I'm one of them people. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm using because I get rid of the boxes straight away. I'm just like that. But gold leaf ones, they're from Edinburgh. My dad brought them down, and I've lost the box, guys. I got them from Edinburgh, and you got them over up there. Yeah. That is the harvest. So that is the fall, isn't it? I expect we're going to know more of Trump's fate by then. That is for sure. Like I say, I'll take you step by step. But I just get a weird feeling tonight. I love that card. So we're going to have a scorcher of the summer, you know, in the USA, parts of Europe, the UK. It's going to be a hot summer globally. So we need to make sure that we prep and get where fans and where air cons, you know, the things you can buy to cool your house down, and Also, I'm getting something weird about water. Excuse me. So we need to, it's going to be a scorcher. It's going to be a hot summer. Watch our pets in the cars and stuff like that, because pets can actually get sunstroke. My Oliver, he was a white dog, as you know, he was a white Jack Russell. He looked like Brian on Family Guy. He used to collapse in the sun, and bless him, on his scalp there and his nose would go very pink. So I had to keep him out of the midday sun. And he got worse as he got older, you know what I mean? So pets, even cats, they can get too hot, you know what I mean? So you have to watch them. We're going to have a really, really hot summer. Extreme weather's coming in. I'm being given the song from HY here, and it's many a tear has to fall, but it's all in the game. Is that from the 50s? Who sung that? Who sung that? Because I'm getting that song. Many a tear has to fall. That's good. There is many different timelines here. I've seen White Buffalo bounce out of this crystal ball. I think we might get some channeling tonight, guys. Or somebody's going to try and come through for her and give us some messages. Yeah, so we'll have to prep. Let me pull some cards out on prepping. Who sung that song? Kaziri? Was it Tommy Edwards? There is going to be problems definitely with the banks. Yes. Right, okay. So we need to prep. We need to tin food. Always, feel as good. Something about water, wasn't it? Shortage of water. I wonder if they're going to try and go on about water shortage or something and try and restrict her with water. There's a restriction here. Could be over the summer. Definitely I'm seeing it around the UK, but it could be other parts of the world as well. So there's something about water, and I'm getting restricted. There's a lot of angel activity, Paula, what's happening on the planet at the minute, helping the younger generation, trying to guide them. Because don't forget, the younger generation are from the second phase of the Earth Volunteers. So they're very sort of porous. So they will be easily intercepted from either side. But I do believe they're guiding them well. There's a lot of angels walking on this planet at the moment. Robert, hello Robert in Tasmania. Strange red glow in the skies of Europe reported on news. Something brewing. It's getting more frequent. And I'm sure I had said in one of my world predictions, when the skies go red, it wasn't my prediction, it was a prophecy. When the skies go red, something will happen. But sometimes the skies go red, when it's going to be a nice day the next day, isn't it? It's like Shepherd's Delight, isn't it? Or is it pink skies at night, Shepherd's Delight, the next day? The High Priestess. This is what we need to do. So we need to draw back, concentrate on us, that we are prepared in case of any emergencies of anything. So we always think of food and toilet roll, but nobody really thinks of water. We need to think of water or how we can be safe. Torches, candles, matches, lighters, little medical kit. You know, make sure if like we were stuck in the house for a week or so, that we would have like meds and things like that, like just emergency stuff. Do you know what I mean? But tin food is good. Dried food's good. So the skies in Turkey went before an earthquake. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into, after the break, I'm going to look into the rumbles in the sky and take this further, okay? 8 of rods. So we need to draw back and make a plan. And there's a lot of people in this audience, like many, you know, who are on a budget because times are tight. You know, you've got these people saying, oh, buy silver and gold. Well, not everybody can buy silver and gold. So in the real world, you know, people are struggling to buy some groceries in. Seeds, maybe check online, you know, like certain things that you can plant in your garden or in pots, what are easy grown, but which are perennial, because a lot of stuff will grow and then stop, but potatoes keep going. You can get like the potato sacks, you can put them on a balcony even, yeah, and you can get some potatoes, let them root, and then plant them, and then they'll root and root and root. Potatoes and carrots are very easy to grow. Yeah, it normally takes a little while to develop an apple tree, you know, and but then if you've got batches of them, then you've got to learn how to blanch and freeze and learn all these different things if you can. We have to do this. We must think savvy. I've got a load of apples here and I'm thinking, what can I do with them? But I was thinking of planning on making jam. I don't know if anybody in the audience has tried that, but it's worth looking into, because like what grannies did, do you know what I mean? Like condiments and stuff like that, which are all expensive. So if you could make your own jams or chutneys, you're laughing. Do you know what I mean? But I watch a lot of homestead stuff online, you know, and I find it really interesting. Really interesting. And then don't forget we're pets as well, you know, like, I'm not saying like buy a load, but even every time you go shopping, just get a little bit extra and put it into like an emergency cupboard. I've got one underneath my stairs. I've got a cupboard underneath my stairs, and I can make it into another room. And I've put shelving in, so it's like an emergency cupboard. So even if every time you go shopping, even if you're just buying an extra tin of peas or beans or anything, it's something, isn't it? I know I was thinking of, can you make apple jam? Is there such thing as apple jam? Oh, you can't you? Apple and blackcurrant or something like that. But a lot of berries, I've got blackcurrant and bramble bushes in my garden, you know, and they come back year after year. You just need a cutting out of someone's garden even. Or get yourselves to the garden centre. Sometimes a lot of my stuff I've grown in my garden, I got from the reject bin. If you've got to be quite green finger to do it, and then you can just set things off in your garden. We've got to think of all these things, because it could get like that, you know what I mean? I'm having trouble, guys, finding a handyman to sort my garden out, because I want to, I need some stuff done, and I want general tidy up. but I need some stuff built in the garden, like something done to the shed because the roof's fell in. And I also need a big planter made so I can plant turnips and cabbages and God knows what. And I got a guy out and I had to chase him away from the door. He was really, really rude. He was trying to cut my trees down, and I said I didn't get you out for my trees. I wanted, it says on the leaflet. So if anybody knows local who's watching this from Facebook, who knows of any gardeners who would come out, just give us a bell. Because I'm desperate for somebody to sort my back garden out, because I don't have the time. But we've got to think of these things. It's like plan for the winter ahead, because I think where it's going to get really hard, what I feel psychically as well, it's going to get really tough by the end of this year, because that's when it's going to get tough. Yeah, sardines, tuna, kippers, that type of thing, yeah. I like mackerel in the tin, you can get that as well. You know, very healthy. You know, it's not like you eat it all the time, but it's emergency food, things like that. I can help you if you buy a ticket from the US. Yeah, I really could do with somebody to sort my garden out. But you can grow like wild garlic and stuff like that. A lot of it can be medicinal. I've got a herb patch in my garden. I've never heard of corn cob jelly, no. But we've got to think of these things, haven't we? Little sort of camping cooker things, you know. So say if the lights went off, I'm not saying it's going to be forever. Say if it was off for 24 hours. At least if you had a little camping cooker, you could heat a tin of soup up. Things like that, you know. You can get the camping cookers where they have the little toaster things on top. You've got to think of these things, because not everybody has the money to buy generators, do they? Think one step ahead. But I mean, I believe that if you can invest in a log burner, you're laughing, you know. That's something what's worth looking into. Especially if you've already got a chimney, you can get one of them fitted quite easy. Because if your house is not very big, you can actually heat nearly the whole house if you've got like one of them old iron stoves, like the augers. Yeah, so that's what we need to do. We need to not panic buy, but just make a list. And you'd be surprised, you know, but always check your sell-by dates. That's what I feel we need to do. We need to check our sell-by dates as well. Because if you go and buy loads of, say if you go all rushing after bloody Costco and spending hundreds of dollars on bloody shopping, and then you realise that it's going to go out of date in a few months, you've got to plan it properly. Yeah? I sometimes think if you're not rushing and you just plan it properly, and then when you're going around, just check the sell-by dates and stuff like that. I mean, I got a huge big bag of pasta like that, and it was only a couple of quid. And the sell-by date was like 2025 on it. You know, so you can get stuff like that. Yeah, the freezer food's a good idea, very much so. But the problem is, if we have a power outage, if you don't have a generator, then you've got to think what happens to all that food in the freezer. And there's a lot of people out there who can't buy. Just my take on it. Have enough in, but if you don't, great if you've got a generator. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe the 1 to 2 were electric off, but we could have outages, or we could have cyber from Russia and places like that. And that doesn't mean it's global. It could just be intimate at different places. You found your chocolate almonds. That's good, Johnny. I bet they're nice. Nuts is a good one as well. I mean, nuts is full of protein. You know what I mean? Peanut butter, you know what I mean? Things like that, you know, emergency comfort food, pancake mix, maple syrup, you know what I mean? I could go on and on and on, but it's things that, remember, this channel's for helping the people as well. It's for helping you and guiding you. I've been prepping since 2017. I need to go through the cupboard again. Because Adam keeps eating it, but I do hide stuff. I don't feel there'll be a full internet down, but I think that there could be problems. There could be cyber attacks. But no, not the full internet down, no. I think if anything, it's going to be electricity cuts, that type of thing. Or gas could be a big thing. What's Otter Pops? Great if you live near a lake and you can get your hands on fish or a river. That's great. At the moment, yes. I just think that depends where you live. I mean, I was a little bit concerned, like places like Spain could have problems with banks. And obviously Iran, you know what I mean? They're not safe over there to put your money in over there. Oh my God, you can eat cattails. What do you mean by them? Like literal, oh nah, I couldn't eat that. Or is that a fish? But exactly, Native American books on wild sorcery is helpful. You'd be surprised what you can find walking through the woods, but you've got to know what you're picking and choosing. You've got to be very, very careful, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is, we're going through a switchover, so that's the outcome, and it's good. The outcome's good, but to get there, we're going to have a lot of problems here. So we've got the 9 of swords, we've got the 8 of wands, but the swords is month. Within a month, there could be some problems. Within the one. But I don't think it's like fully global. I think it's intermittent around places where cities go off and that. But then again, if we get crazy weather, that could pull power lines down as well. I don't feel the bad guys are going to win the war, but I do believe that there is a switch over what's happening. The roots of cattails taste like cucumbers. Oh no. I do like cucumber. Yeah, dandelion. You make dandelion tea. You know, there's a lot of... I did have a nice book somewhere with medicinal stuff you can get from the garden. Oh, it's a plant. Right, I thought you meant the real cat. Right, so let's have a break and then we're going to look back into the strange noises and see what else is going on. Jenny Wales, yes, it heats up all my house. Oh yeah, Gary Grant, who's in the audience tonight from Twitch. I mean, Gary lives in the Highlands of Scotland on land, don't you? With your stove and your acres and you're self-sufficient. And we keep joking on Twitch tonight, guys. We say it all the time, don't we, Lance? That if anything kicks off, we're just going to all go to Gary's house. And you're talking up in Inverness, aren't you, in the Highlands? So give us 5. I'm gonna stick the Betty and Bobby on. I'm gonna go make a drink. Oh yes, we'll have to just all camp at Gary's. And And if the Betty and Bobby does your head in, just turn it down, go make your cups of teas or whatever, and I'll be back on in a minute. The best pharmacy is nature. Right, so I'll be back on in a minute. All right, so give us 5. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I just had to block some people on Facebook because my moderators aren't there on there tonight. So yeah, so sorry about people on Facebook who are getting scammers. Yeah, just ignore them, and I've had them blocked. Just give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. Can you hear us okay? I'll just refresh my chat. Yeah, I know. I don't know how they've got in. Well, the app doesn't work on Facebook, obviously, because it's very dodgy over there. So, guys, just hold out until I sort this out. But normally with my moderators, they go straight in and get them. It's just very strange times that we're in, and you don't seem to have that problem so much on the other forums. So, yeah, they're obviously... They need to look into that. So, without further ado, I'm live on all three, yes. David. I've had this top for ages, thanks. I think it's Next. Got it a few years back. Anyway, we're going to look into the strange noises in the sky. Oh, thank you, Queen Wanda. Yeah, that's my dad got us that cross. It's a Celtic cross, again from Edinburgh. And I'll put the links after the show to the Discord and Twitch again, and my dad's book on Amazon. Right, strange noises, because this is happening globally. I don't know if it's happening, guys, where you are. Comment on the link if it's happening. We're getting it in the north of the UK. Yeah, they come from the dark web, don't they? This is the problem I'm going to have, because the old web, don't forget, as you know, I do sort of remote viewing, and I can see future events and stuff like that, but I also channel, and I've been shown with the future technology that's been held back what's coming in. So there's a new internet to come in. There's a new form of internet where it'll be hard for them to tap into, these scammers. It's going to be a lot safer into the future. But the thing is, where you've got it a lot safer, it's also going to be more trackable. You can't have it both ways. That's the thing. You've been getting them, Julie. Check out Food Prepper UK. Oh, I will do. Right. Ooh, success. Bullseye. It's like we're coming into the eye of the storm, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we do not know. But that, normally when I get that, it normally means like the good guys are in control, even though might not look it is. Do you know what I mean? It's going to take time to sort out. No, you'll not have to wait that long, but there'll be big global news, possibly in the USA, when things start to change for you, Johnny. I'll do personal on Thursday. I'm sure you're quite welcome to come back on the show, because people liked your voice. Yeah, we've got to think about coffees and teas as well, haven't we? How much coffee and teas do you go through in a week? Do you know what I mean? What's these noises? Ooh, these are strong cards. These are very strong cards. Right. So we've got the High Priestess, right? Remember, I go on intuition as well. She's not a bad card. So there is something spiritual going on. And as you know, there's the war going on between the light and the dark. See? But I believe that I'm also getting a very sort of that's like Pleiadian energy there. Extraterrestrial beings, which will prevent any, they have done this before, I do believe will stop nasty stuff happening if it gets out of hand. The Masters are at play at the minute. There's a big sort of war going on in the 3D, as you know. And we are safe because we've got the safe home protection there. I love that card. Okay. But what I'm getting is that where you've still got the baddies, it's like they're trying to track what all. But they're not bad cards. They're not bad cards. We've got another High Priestess card out here. So it's like the fight of the warlords here at the minute. Oh, that's nice, Michael. The High Priestess card. There's a lot of magic stuff going on, you know. Good and bad. It's a technology. There's a technology that they're doing in the ether that we do not know. And like I've said before, a lot of these crafts in the skies are flown by man. They're not flown by extraterrestrials that we see. The ones which are very sort of light ships, they're the extraterrestrials. The ones which look very solid are secret military. So there's stuff definitely going on in the skies that we do not know. And I think some of it is military. Some of it is military what's going on. But it's a technology going on. There's a technology going on. And it's not just going on in one country like the UK. It's going on all over. But I do believe most countries have this technology. And it's something to do with that crafts in the sky as well. But it's also an energy that they're using. And I don't even think it's that sapphire breeze. I think it goes beyond that. Do you know what I mean? What Sapphire Breeze has put in Twitch has put G, right? It goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. But the elites are definitely up to something. They're definitely up to something. Let's see what they're up to. It's an energy wave. So where you've got the good guys, have got the technology, the bad guys have got it as well. Loud bangs in the sky as well, things like that. It could be some sort of events which are going off out of this atmosphere that we do not know. I think it's all very Star Trek out there. Frequency wars, yes. Definitely. But you've got the upside down hand man. So it's like trying to keep in one place, trying to track. And it's interesting how it's late at night. It's late at night. Alcohol's also a good thing to have in your larder cupboard as well. It's good for bartering. But it's also good, like whiskey is good for shock, or brandy or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? But it also makes a good, alcohol's good disinfectant if you get a cut or anything, isn't it? So the noise was bad. It's a bit of both what's going on here, Jazz. It's a bit of both. It's a technology. It's a technology that they have that we do not understand because we've not been shown it or we don't know about it. So I would say that it is very eerie at night time. I know you've got to agree. Very late at night time. It's not like it used to be. It all changed, didn't it? After the pandemic, when we had the lockdowns and that, just the streets went eerie, and it's never been the same since. Even though we're not in lockdown now, the streets aren't the same. And do you not agree? Do you know what I mean? It is, it's different now, isn't it, David? It's definitely scary walking at night. So there's us on Earth, okay, in our reality, as above and below, there's stuff going on. But there's a frequency, and I've mentioned this before, there's good stuff going on with noises and there's bad stuff going on with noises. Do you see what I mean? But there's something going on where they're manipulating something to do with, it's like they're putting Earth into some sort of menopause, that they're trying to change something to do with the weather and stuff like that. Salt's a very good thing as well. Yeah, and cooking oil. All right, but flour's also a good thing to have in, but you've got to watch for mites with flour and to seal it properly. Are they cleaning up something underground? Somebody's just asked. I'll have a look, Tinkerbell. I do believe so. In fact, I want to say yes, because the lockdowns had a lot to do with that as well. Not so much the lockdowns, it was the certain countries and towns were put into can't go out after 10 o'clock type of thing. Why? You know, remember back in 2020 and that? Because I think something else was going on. Yeah, like, don't go there. It's like, don't go there, it's saying. So yes, something definitely has been going on underneath as well. Underneath curfews, yeah. So something else was going on. But where there's bad stuff, there's also good stuff going on. So when Robert was asking before, like, I know what he was meaning, is it extraterrestrial? Some of it is, not all of it. It's more man. But they are patrolling the planet, the extraterrestrials. They definitely are. There is a lot of underground bunkers, yes. It is a weird sound, and it's something to do with I can't even explain it. It's a technology they have. Some of it's weaponry and some of it's not. It's like what I'm saying is, I'm going to do some remote viewing here. It's like a protective shield. A dome. I'm seeing a dome. And they're putting them over with. Okay? And it makes a noise when they put it over with. It's a frequency technology. How long's it been here for? Because we've become aware of it from 2020, but has it been here longer? They've had it longer, but I think it took place around about that time. Some people have tried to record them. I'm sure a lady sent me a recording of one. I think it was somewhere in Australia, and it was so creepy. It's there's both good and bad going on here, all right? But there's something protecting us. There is something protecting us. Was it you, Jazz? Yes, it was, wasn't it? So it's not demonic. It's well, the ones who are doing it for the bad, possibly they're being intercepted by that, but it's more a technology. It's a technology. That's really weird there as I'm doing that, like that. It looked like he was moving. Unless it's my eyes, I felt like his body was moving. Very strange. So you've got the light and the dark there. But we need the light and the dark. There's a technology they're doing. What's the dome for? Let's see what the dome's for. You've heard them on sci-fi movies, yeah? Right, so there's a military space force connected with it. Definitely so. So where something's being done towards where they're taking it off where, or they're doing something. But they're also doing something with the energy of the planet as well. But there's also the darkness got the same technology. So there's something that we do not know, and they can't put that out. That's the feeling I'm getting. Does that make sense? So Space Force isn't, they're doing it to protect we. There's like a dome thing. I'm not saying it's Space Force or it's secret military. They're putting something around we. It's like a dome thing. But I mean, I don't know if you've heard any like loud crashes or noises and you thought, well, it's not raining, it's not thundering outside. So what is that loud crashing noise? So there's something else going on. Frequency attack coming in from different, I don't know if it's countries or agencies. Right? And it's the three heads of the beast coming down. It's the three heads of the beast coming down. They're going down. It's very much like Stranger Things. It's the only way I can describe it. A lot of this technology, a lot of these flying machines, the Tic Tacs, are man. I believe they're man. Some of them that possibly come from extraterrestrial origin. Strange lights in the sky. Huge news coming out with North America. Interesting. It's got like a burning sulphur smell there, guys. Don't know what that means. I'm getting the initials. That's so strange. I've seen A&M and then it's morphing into Abraham. It's coming really strong out of this crystal ball. No, I believe there's a WAR going on, Sapphire, and I believe that but they're also doing something with technology with the planet. There's domes. I'm seeing domes. And I've also seen the Ankh, which is the connection with Egypt. God, you know what else I'm seeing as well? It's, you know, like the old map of Earth. What was that called again? The old Earth? And I'm seeing strange symbols. That's really strange. Tartaria, is it Tartaria? Magna Carta. Terra. I'm seeing the old map of Earth. And they changed that then into this, and now they're changing it again. And I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing the old map, and then I'm seeing UFOs. I'm getting love is the key. Cordons coming in. The crown falling. The crown falling, but not what we think. So there will still be, it'll be different. I'm shown X, Y, and Z. This is a plan. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Hide in the upside down world. Space Force is going on, and I'm also seeing fighting out of the atmosphere. They've been fighting on the moon. I'm getting number 22 and number 2 and number 8. That's so strange. And I'm seeing, it looks like a boat. It's a big liner. Or is it an aircraft carrier? Problems with aircraft to come. I don't know why I'm seeing, this is so strange, these visions, but I've got to put them out. I'm being shown a gingerbread man, you know, like a gingerbread man, like a... I don't know why I'm saying that. The red lineage is the Palladian lineage. Interesting. So, we have ascended. The old matrix system has fallen with their technology, which was covering the skies. Listen to this. This might sound very woo-woo. So they're putting a new layer up for us to get used to it, and then they'll maneuver it in slowly. Earth is not what you think it is, guys. Earth is not what you think it is. It's what our reality, should I say, is a lot more deep and duty out there of science that we may never understand. Love is the key. I'm getting Zorro again. I've had that before, the sign of Zorro. Music. Everything's been manipulated on the planet, and everything is going to change because everything's frequency and energy. New system coming in, new bridge of economy coming in. That will go ahead. That will definitely go ahead. Where there's been mass cover-ups, it'll not all be revealed. It'll just slowly unfold. Some of it will disperse. I'm getting the name King, and it's coming out very strong in this crystal ball. And there'll be big news with the name King. Now, you could say that is King Charles to come, but there's more to that. There's more to that. Because the king is going to be everywhere. The king of the name King. Listen to what I'm saying. It's coming through really strong tonight. There'll be arguments over it. After the dust, after the fall. It's prophecy. Just seeing the Star of Israel there. Give us a cup of coffee. Interesting. Very interesting. And I've just been shown deep in the Vatican. Or is it the Vatican? It's a secret part of a church. Holy white candles. And I'm going down this secret corridor. Let's turn the lights off. Let's turn the lights off and see what we can get. Because I always like to dim the lights. Give us 2 minutes. Oh, it's got all cold and eerie. I know what I can do. I can go like that, can't I? I can do that. And I can just shut my eyes because they're really dark. Now, don't laugh, guys. I've got my shades on. Right, so I've got to like darken myself down with my vision so I can see the visions better. Okay. Jackie O glasses. Okay. Right, I'm going to do some remote viewing. I thought I was going to do channeling. You never know. Let's see what comes up. Right, I'm going down a corridor. It's somewhere where it's not open to the public. It's not the Vatican. Where am I? Tibet. I'm in Tibet. It's a tiny little church somewhere hidden away. This is really strange. I'm being shown looks like a monk, and he's been cast away. The Vatican sent him there. and he's got the knowledge. He's a middle-aged man, priest. And he wants to tell humanity. He's got the book. He's got this ancient book. And it's shown what old earth, history of life, history of like the tree of life, everything. And the interception of different races. That's not the place. I'm going to go back to that place again. So he's there. He's got guilt. He wants to tell humanity. He feels it's part of what he needs to do. He knows that he'll get killed. Agents, it's holding the secrets of Christ. I'm going to my dad's place. I'm going into Edinburgh. I'm going into Roswell. I'm going to Roswell. Rosalind Chapel. It's dark. Nobody's there. It's all locked up. This is spooky, guys. Because I've been in this place and I'm getting a little bit scared here. Wait a minute. So if anybody's been to Rosalind Chapel, you walk in, you've got, or you have somebody will usher you around. All the hairs are going up. I think I need my dad with us. This is where they filmed the Da Vinci Code. And you've got the apprentice pillar to the left, but it's empty, nobody's in there. They've got some lights on it, dimming it. Like little lights. See ropes, I don't know. They've been doing a lot of work onto the outside of it. I'm going straight ahead and I'm going down the stairs. And I've been to this part, but there's layers and layers underneath. They've got the downstairs available to the public. I'm going down there. Because when I was last down there, there was old carvings on the wall and it looked like witchcraft. Druid signs. There was stars on it. And I asked about the door and it was shut. Let's go through that door, guys. Now I believe the Sinclairs own this building. It's steeped with history. A lot of the Templars are buried in the back of it. And also in Templetown, which is another place we're going to go and do. I could actually take you up there and do a live up there one night. It's only a couple hours up the road. Spooky place in the forest, in the woods. Right, I'm not going to speak here. I'm just going to tell you what I see. I can't get through it. It's like there's wood and then there's steel behind. Seen come back out. Go through the... Come back up and go back out. And then go around the back where the staff room is. Where the priests used to be. Where you've got the bell. Go around the back of it. It's like steps going up. And then the steps going down and there's a wooden door. I'm going down now. I'm going down these winding stairs. I'm in a room And there's a glass cabinet with a book in it. Jed's coming in with us, he's given us a key. We're going down into another doorway, like a wooden doorway, we're opening it. Dusty stairs going down. This is not like an old cellar. And there's rats. It looks like sewage, like we're going through a sewage tunnels. I'm seeing gold, I'm getting like a gold energy. And it's to my right. And it's all gold. It's in this room, it's like everything's gold. Gold colour. This really strange energy. Like old fashioned, like a tomb. I'm seeing a crown. And I'm getting King David. The real crown jewels, the real crown jewels. Something to do with when England was split into two. The House of Lancaster and secrets. I don't know why I'm getting a Richard III energy underneath this. It doesn't make sense. The poisoned princes, the princes which were murdered, the little princes. I'm going off to this side room, and this is like a statue of like Mother Mary, and this, it's just like crying. It's like I can see her. They've got something in there belonging to Christ, what nobody knows. Scrolls and paper. Vatican don't have everything. Secrets. Manipulation with the Catholic Church. I'm going down another tunnel. She's pointing, our energy's pointing to the left. I'm going down another tunnel. The green hills far away, there lies a city wall. I'm being shown Jesus in spirit. He's smiling. I can see Jesus Christ in spirit. It is him. He's smiling. I'm now going through a tunnel, like what you do when you pass through He's saying the key lies with 3 people on earth who will unlock the Vatican, who will unlock the dangerous elite system and the cover-ups to do with the real crown. A lot of injustice. We are now in a time on earth where we are rewriting the new Bible. He is true. He's saying when he rose, but he rose as alive. And he went on. His bones don't lie in Rosalind, but the secrets lie, scriptures and clues to where he does lie. He's in each and every one of us. He was connected totally to Source, and he was passing through stargates. He was connected to God. And the true scriptures were manipulated, and they went underground. He lived many years in France. He even travelled to India. The most wanted man on earth. Don't be fooled, he's saying, don't be fooled by everything, all the trickery. Look within. And don't be deceived. How they made him out to be special, it was because he wasn't wanting to be special. He wanted to put God's words out. And his message was that we are all God's children, like he was God's son. If you are connected to Source, you are true enlightenment. And they do not want that. So they manipulated religion. The scriptures were manipulated. So how deep do you want to go with the evil? It's manipulated with all the tentacles. But do not worry. You face the evil. You walk through it. How he faced Satan in the garden. You just walk through it. And keep concentrating on the light. Keep concentrating on the colours. Keep concentrating on how you're feeling. And you will not be triggered so much. Do you not feel that I was not triggered? Do you not feel that I was torn and worn? I love you all. There is not just me, there was many prophets. But the big book was manipulated by man. Do not feed the snake, do not feed Satan. I come with peace. You all have the ability to connect. It is part of your genetics. Love is the key. Forgiveness is the key. Do not feed and do not be triggered. When you raise the vibration on earth with love, it will melt away like magic. Miracles happen. The media is put there to trigger you. The corporations. Only man can change this. Man who destroyed the book. Only man can mend the book. You are all writing the new book. And it is new earth. There was many that fell, not just me. Look at your ancestors. Even I was manipulated by Satan. Tricked. We are all being tricked. When you believe you can, miracles can form. And many of you are doing this now. Healing is source. Within your DNA is God's codes. And they are lighting, they are relighting. And everything that is happening in your world right now is trying to code you as your higher self is trying to decode. Do not let them trigger you. Walk with your head held high through the storm. Get to know your angels. There is many angels. Your guardian angel will guide you. See it with love. See it with your heart. That is your natural ability to see with your heart. And they are trying to let you see with your mind. Your mind is a computer. Reset your computer, guys. Reset them. Reset them. It is a difficult time on earth. And when I was alive, there was not this technology. But I have lived many other universes, many other dimensions in time, where I do understand what you are going through right now. All my fellow friends are back on this planet right now. And great Templars are here too. It is a holy war that we are in, and it all comes down to frequency and energy. My body lies upon above the city wall, in the green hills far away. In Scotland is God's land, protected. I must go now. I love you all. May peace be with you all. God is within you, not without. Look within. I love you all. This is Jesus of Nazareth, your Lord. I love you all. Bless be and bless all the mothers and the children of earth. It is written, not everything in the book has been manipulated. Watch for Antichrist to reveal. Do not be fooled. The 4 horsemen will come, but the 4 horsemen will fall, and I will return. I love you all. Shalom. Oh, wow, guys, I don't know what to say. I'll light a candle. That was just... beautiful. Let me light this candle. He's come through on Easter, for Easter Sunday. And I thought I was going to get an alien being. I thought I was going to get raw or white buffalo, but we got Jesus Christ. This is a very special night, guys. Let me light this. Oh my God. I've just got to get myself together, guys. Just put that there a second. Just don't burn me top. Did you enjoy that? I feel all strange. In a nice way. I seen him coming in, he was just smiling. He had like a lovely sort of white robe on. You can always play it back. I'll try and timestamp it for you on YouTube. What he was trying to say was like it's within us. And they're trying to code it again, and we are decoding ourselves. He was actually like very humble, saying he's not special because he was connected to source. We all have the ability to be like that. Christ is within. Source is within. Even if you're not a Christian, it's like source is within. God is within. Don't forget, Jesus was a Jew. And then you've had like, everything's been manipulated by man. So I want to finish on this tonight, guys. I just think that you can't top that. I don't want to carry on and start reading. It was disrespectful after channeling him. I just didn't expect that tonight, like. And I just feel so humble to bring this through tonight and to connect with him. But I'm glad I've shared this with you tonight, guys. Christ is risen. And I'm glad I did this show tonight. I knew it was going to be a strange one, but I didn't expect that. It's within. Interesting about that little monk in Tibet, isn't it? I know I felt like I could have carried on and I was going deeper with him. Hopefully he'll come through again. But I just think he's been meant to come through tonight He's been meant to come through tonight. But he's seen new earths coming, and we play a part of that. How important is that? We are all here as lighthouses. That monk, yeah. He wasn't old. He was maybe his 30s, middle-aged, 40s at the most. I have a funny feeling that the Vatican's going to fall at some point. Not so much the Vatican, I think a lot of truth's going to come out. We have Christ consciousness within us, yes. Because he knew the truth and he didn't want to go along with it. It's for another night, we'll have to look into it. The monk in Tibet. We'll go back there. We'll go back and find him. We'll do another remote session. I might carry it on Tuesday if you want, guys. Yeah. So I hope you have liked that. And I'd like to end it on that because we've been going for quite a few hours now. Let's thank my guides. I don't want to set this alight. I'll move that there in a minute. I thank Archangel Michael. We'll go back Tuesday, right? We'll do some more on Tuesday. I thank Archangel Michael. I thank you, Archangel Uriel. I thank you, Archangel Raphael. I thank you, Archangel Gabriel. I thank you, my great spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Morning Star, Lady Direwolf, and Ra. And I thank you, Jesus Christ. I thank you for blessing us tonight and coming through and giving us that beautiful message. We love you. I bless everybody on earth and everybody who's watching this, that they are protected and they will receive healing and comfort in their times of need. We are the light of the world, as Sapphire Breeze says. Each light combines to make eternal flames of Christ. We are the lighthouses. We are the ones what has to do the work. He said this tonight. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into the fear. Then you won't get so triggered, because he said he was triggered massively. We are the light, and we will create new earth. I thank you all, my guides and angels, for protecting us in this circle tonight to help us to bring through Jesus Christ. And I thank you. The circle is uncast. Amen. And as Jesus says, Shalom. I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. I'm off to make a hot chocolate. May you all be blessed tonight on this beautiful eve. This was the day I was christened, guys. I was christened on Easter Sunday. Look into this flame tonight and make your wishes. And may all your worries go away. And tomorrow is always another day. Don't forget to write your names in the comments section. We will not be divided. We will all come together. This planet has tried to divide us with religion, with wars. They are trying with politics. They are trying with everything. We are the superhumans of Earth, and we will rise. And we will fight this darkness with love. And we will kiss away the bitterness with our sweet chocolate popsicle kisses, as I always say to my granddaughter. Happy Easter, guys. And I will see you. Got a snip a candle. I'll leave that for a little while, actually. I will see you on Tuesday night. Hopefully I'll be back on before then. And may the force all be with you all. And write your names if you want healing, and it's timeless this. And I'm off to make a hot chocolate. And I'll see you later, alligators. Good night, guys.